Welcome everyone, Austeris here. Yet another build, our fifth build. This time is Solo Earth Mastery, and we are trying a Fissure build. Fissure with a Slam as weapon damage, and using the fire damage conversion. Right, so fire damage Fissure. It was pretty strong. It's a good cleaning and good boss skills as well. There's two things about the build to say that is kind of negative. I'm negative about it. It's mana consumption of the Fissure, despite how much Fissure is doing a damage. So we see we can do 5422 maximum damage with the hits. That's without buff. So if you buff it with Overhelm, this damage going to 8k. But this 8k is so damage around here, around your hero, when the three fissures interconnect with each other, right? Because is a separate fissure doing like less damage than this. Nonetheless, it's a lot of damage. It's one of the biggest damage area skills we have, and I really like it. I really feels reliable, you know. Really feels powerful. Really feels fun to play. But again, it's have a problem. It's have drawbacks of the mana, so you can't like do much of more than 3 fissures in a row, and sometimes it's not enough to kill elites. And even with the boss fights getting a little bit dragged out because of like the problems with mana. So we're trying to hit them with your auto attack, the bosses, to generate this extra damage for Overhelm, to get more damage over here. And we also have after attacks as a flame volley. Right, it's activating when you spend in the mana, it's activating. We also have a buff of Freedom of Flames, but we're gonna talk about all the skills later. I already showed before this how the builds work. Important stuff, it's a weapon, right? So we did try two versions of Fissure. We tried it with the magical damage, right? Because the Fissure have this property, the slam attack, which is currently using, making it into weapon attack, right? So it's became melee attack, but without it, it's gonna get it'll be spell, right? So we tried this Fissure as a spell. It was pretty powerful. Right, early on, I would recommend you to play it before going to the first act in a prologue to play the Fissure as a spell damage. First of all, we have a good buff over here with the Grand Magic, the spell damage increase, and before fighting Griffin, and fighting Griffin as a magic damage, as a spell damage, Fissure is pretty good. It's hard to find the good reliable weapon before fighting Griffin. That's what I'm saying. But when you came to the Act 1, right, it's a standard procedure for us right now to run, right, stick into the western part of the map, run right to the scavenger over here, and he's selling from level 19 to level 21 weapons, random weapons. So what we went and bought a random 20 level 20 to hand club here. It's have huge base damage, 91. It has extra piercing damage over here, which will be converted into fire. Extra fire damage, flat, which is also already converted to fire. Weapon attack damage percentage, good, I take it. Fire damage, good, I take it. So it's a lot of bonuses here. It's monster infrequent, by the way. So we can kind of high rolled on it. But if you go in for a club, you have a good chance to get this specific rapid torch of monster frequent from a scavenger. Thus we get plenty of them. And that's what I recommended to boost your damage right from level 10, basically. Level 10, level 11, or whatever level you get into scavenger with. So that's the most important part of the build. You always look in something that increases your fire damage, right? Damage weapon attacks also works. There's a fire damage with this cartouche ring, and for energy regeneration, you literally want quite a bit of energy regeneration. So we're using the blue rings over here, a necklace, but again, it isn't giving you like percentage of flat damage. So what you don't look for is spell damage, because after we get to slime ability, Fissure is not a spell damage anymore. And as I think about the build, I didn't like its survivability. It's, for whatever reason, we did die a couple of times. I know the reason, it's me. I was like not paying attention to my health. But nonetheless, you really wanted to stack our resistances, and you really want 5 points into barrier. Right, core skills, barrier, 5 points. So like, before fighting Griffin, I would like to for you to spend 3 points into barrier to get enduring barrier on 1 and invigorating guard on 1. Actually, it's required 2 points, is it? It's required 2 to unlock 2 skills. So only 2 points, and you're already like super strong against Griffin. Can face tanks a lot. Nonetheless, we had like quite a bit of attribute spread in vigor, 100 vigor for health, and we still didn't feel that good in terms of face tanking. Partially because we were running out of mana when fighting elites, and I was like panicking, running around trying to finish them off while they were doing the damage to me. Again, it's a personal issue. It's just, I believe you better players, right, chat? We just invested heavily into might, right? Like basically everything went into might, except the vigor. And we go in resolve for that extra fire damage over here, 202 resolve. So that's about attribute points, and about actual skill points. So let's start in on it. So Fissure, we get in 70 points into it, right? The most important part over here is getting slam attack, 206 weapon damage conversion, and we go in with lava fissure, right? 2 points on additional fissures, so we have 2 fissures, and that cross section of those 2 fissures, that's what's giving you this big attack. Because without this, only the 1 fissure only doing 1800, right? It's not as good. It's as good as like actually 1 thunderbolt. It's as good as the damage of thunderbolt with a weapon attack as well. So we also have 30% more damage from enhanced damage over here, right? You can play it a little bit with the lava fissure over here and get an extra damage over here, alright? Depending on what your preference are. Then we have the Earth Enchantment. I only went to 15 here, right? Because we what we want from Earth Enchantment. First of all, when we get into points in Earth Enchantment, we get a fire imbuement, right? So convert my weapon damage into fire damage. So despite what Fissure saying over here, right? 206% weapon damage as a strike damage in 6-meter radius. So you would think that it's converted weapon damage to strike, but it's actually scaling into fire damage, right? So like we had experiment here. We had a ring. Do I still have a ring that was giving me physical damage, right? Because physical damage should improve my fissure attack, because it's like from skill description it's saying it should be strike damage, which is a physical damage here. Okay, I'm probably sold already. Or did I put it into caravan?
Well,
storage?
sir, if you need goods, admit it, but as soon as that's fit.
Okay, I probably sold the ring. Anyway, so apparently physical damage wasn't improving my fissure when we have the Earth Enchantment on. So basically what I'm saying, when you have Earth Enchantment into Fire Imbuement, this strike damage became fire damage. That's what conclusion we came to. And we also have extra 40% to fire damage here with Earth Enchantment over here. So that's like 15 points into Fissure. We have 1 point into Flame Volley. So like every time we use the Fissure, we get in this Amplify, right? Every time we use the mana. And with Orbit, right? This Flame Volley just dealing extra fire damage here. It's very little damage, but it's still good to finish in something, breaking a pottery. It's also have a very bad aim, by the way. We did use it to gain Overwhelm. It's getting Overwhelm faster than just after attacking, but you also need to aim a little bit better with this. And I put like conservation into it, but again, this Overwhelm and conservation, you don't need this 2 extra points here. You can put it into actually barrier skillet instead of this. You only need 1 point into orbit. And we also get like a Ring of Flame, right? Ring of Flame that's giving me 30% or the same extra fire damage. And reducing enemy resistances altogether by minus 24. So you getting more damage in the boss fight. Right, so we have extra 5800 over here when we had Ring of Flame, right? So extra 400 damage, and then if you buff it, so 8k 97, Ring of Flame giving me 86, 168 damage per hit. It's also pretty good for traversal because it's adding you 20% more movement speed. It's just faster. So what we get with the passives, when we were investing into Fissure as some magical damage, right? We definitely had a Grand Magic, but we respect after we got Slam ability on the Fissure. So we got Arcane Abundance for mana. We really need the extra mana. It's just giving you like extra hit. Here we get a mana regen and the cost. Alright, so increased skill cost, but increased maximum energy by 15. So it's okay. It's actually okay. So we also have Earth Attunement for this fire damage. We increase area damage, which is Fissure's area skill. Right, if you're looking at the Fissure, there's a description: Earth's active melee attack over Helm, area, and exhaust. So like now it's improving your area damage and giving you extra fire damage here. 52. Also that weapon damage, fire and physical weapon, increase attack speed. That's stuck in with the Fissure. We have Earth Wielder, increase attack damage and 32%. Right, it's better than 16 spell. That's another partial point about having slam attack over here, because you're just getting better attack speed, attack damage here percentage than spell damage. So we have attack damage here, extra 10, and critical hit chance, which is not really that important. Aimment probably would be better, but it's also only adding like 3% to aimment. Right, it's adding 2% of crit chance and 3% of aimment. I already have 30% aimment here, so we don't really benefit from 3 that much. And lastly, I put 8 points into combustion, so this 3 increased fire damage partially for that. Alright, we don't have like anything else here, like we could get damage for explosion extra. And we also got like a magma shell here for extra survivability, armor value, some fire resistance, increased health, and extra 5 retaliation. Also, I didn't feel like I became more sturdier with this. So that's literally all the skills, and we just describe it how that works. You basically, when you attack an enemy, you want to get close and melee and get them hit with this cross section. But even a single Fissure right now with a level 20 weapon, like we're fighting against level 20 normal mobs, for example, enough to kill them with one shot. Most of the time.